Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who comes by and supports my page. It really does mean a lot to me. If you all can please press the like or dislike button and subscribe, comment, or even email me if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns. My email is always going to be in the description box. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Every 5.5 hours in the United States of America, a black woman or child is murdered. Stop killing black women. Stop killing black children. Hey guys, it's Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. So I had to jump in real quick and give this message. First, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for visiting my page. Thank you for showing support and being concerned about the injustices that black women and children face every day in the United States. I really do appreciate your support. You don't know how much that means to me, especially because I myself am a black woman. I'd also like to put this quick disclaimer out there. Do not come to my page victim shaming or blaming. You will be immediately blocked for that. I do not tolerate it. There is no need for it. And I'm pretty sure you knew what you were saying in the comment before you posted it. So be respectful. Many of the victims, their families come back and they visit this page. I am their advocate. This is their safe space. No disrespect will be tolerated. You all have a good day. I'm going to let you go back into the commentary. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. And sadly, I am back with another tragic story. This one coming to us out of Queens, New York. So at 4 a.m. on the morning of December 23rd, Mai Johnson, her boyfriend, and her friend went out to celebrate her birthday. Mai Johnson's new boyfriend got into an altercation with her ex, and both men drew guns, and Mai got shot one time in her torso, 3 times in her leg. Her friend got shot. Her boyfriend got shot. I believe the boyfriend got shot in his rear end and his shoulder. The friend and the boyfriend, the current boyfriend, are set to recover, and Mai succumbed to her injuries. And the only thing I really have to say about this case, and this is my theory, I'm thinking that the ex went after Mai, like after she left him, and got with somebody who was treating her better, somebody who was better for her, and he decided to go out and wreak havoc on her life because he couldn't have her anymore. Obviously a case of somebody who could not take rejection. And when we look at that a little bit deeper, he had deep issues with self, and that's the reason why I want to do a series about self and how we can pick up on the subtle things that these men show us early on. You know what I mean? Before y'all even get out of that beginning stage, like you're still in the stage where you're meeting this person, you're learning about this person, and I want women to understand and know those subtle signs that they show you, and having these like narcissistic or even toxic traits. I don't want to just call them narcissistic traits, because I'm noticing nowadays a lot of people are throwing that word narcissistic around, and the problem with that is like saying, it's almost like saying illness, you know, and I have to refer everything back to the medical field because, you know, that's where I come from. So it's almost like saying everything is an illness. Okay, we know that, but we need to get more specific. And when you just throw one name around on everything, then it leaves us not knowing, like, for example, we won't know cancer from HIV AIDS because both of them are illnesses, you know. And so that's the problem that I have with that word narcissistic. You cannot be a narcissist and have narcissistic traits, and some of them may stem off from other mental or emotional issues that you have with self. That's why when it comes to the mind and psychology, it's kind of hard for them to diagnose people with certain mental illnesses, because you can have symptoms that are associated with many different illnesses, especially when it comes to mental illness. You can have symptoms that are associated with many different illnesses and be something completely else. So you're thinking that you're dealing with a narcissist, and you're really dealing with somebody who has severe low self-esteem and don't think too highly of themselves. And you know what I mean? So, yeah, but anywho, so yeah, my theory is her friend and her current boyfriend went out to have a good time and celebrate her birthday. And her ex allegedly shows up and begins to start problems. And allegedly, like, my theory is it's an issue with him not being able to have her. And me personally, I will never understand people who cannot accept rejection. One thing that I notice, when you cannot accept rejection, you actually dig a bigger pile of shit for yourself. Why is that? Because people who have been rejected and they keep showing up where they're not welcome anymore. One thing that I noticed, like even me being introverted, I'm gonna make this about me, this part right here. I'm very, very introverted. I would rather text than have a phone call, because phone calls for me, after a while, they get awkward. I don't know what to talk to you about. After I see how you doing, we talk about the main things or whatever, then I'm ready to get off the phone. And if I'm physically in person with you, you're going to pick up on the fact that I want to be left the fuck alone, because I will start to get quiet. I will purposely get quiet so that you'll say, okay, well, hey, Candace, it was nice seeing you. You have a good day, because I want to be left alone. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in situations where I didn't want to deal with somebody and they continue to call and bother me. And it ain't even a situation where I had to cut people off or I didn't want the friendship or the relationship anymore. No, maybe just that day is my recharge day. And real introverts know what I'm talking about. You need your recharge day. Whenever you don't get that time to yourself, you will do things that are morally not right to get away from somebody. You know what I mean? And I have been put in those situations. I like myself when I was in an abusive relationship. Like, I would come up with ways, because me and this guy, we didn't live with each other. He had his own place. I had my own place. And I would come up with creative methods to get him out of my personal space. I don't want to be around you like that, all day, every day. It makes me nervous. I'm just not used to it. You know what I mean? I am not used to it. That's why, not to drag this on, but I try to tell some men that when you try to insult women and say things like, oh, that's why you're going to be by yourself and you're not going to have a man. To some women, there's a selective group of women who do not see that as a threat. They don't fear that. Some women actually do better alone. And I am one of those women. I actually have more problems in a relationship than I do outside of a relationship. That's actually been an issue for me. And it's not because I have mental issues or anything like that. It's just because I'm comfortable with self. I don't want to have to explain myself all the time. I just want you to accept me how I am. And when I feel like I have to walk on eggshells or anything like that, it becomes a problem for me. And I understand a lot of this stuff that I'm referring to deals with toxic men, because a lot of good men will not put you in a situation where you're feeling like you have to walk on eggshells or you have to beg to be alone. I understand that, y'all. It's good men out there who will not put you in those situations. But you're talking to somebody who escaped a domestic violence situation. You know what I mean? So being who I am and being in a relationship, that is not an insult to me when men tell me, oh, well, Candace, you might just grow old alone. I'm like, cool, because the stats and everything else say that, single women live longer. But anyways, not to get on that and, drag that out or anything like that. I notice as an introvert, when I am in situations and I am trying to tell you, like in a nice way or with my body language, to that I want to be left alone, and you continue going, I will do drastic things to get you the hell away from me. And I don't do it to be mean to people, but I do it to get you the hell away from me. So one thing that I did with my ex when I wanted him to go the hell home and he didn't want to go home is I sent him to the store. Like we on our way to the store, I sent him in the store and I said, hey, we need some bread and some milk. I'll sit in the car. You go in and get it. He went in to get it. I pulled the hell off. Was he mad? Yes. Did I try to explain to him that I am a extrovert, like an introvert? I'm sorry, not an extrovert. I'm an introvert and I needed my alone time. Yeah. And whenever I don't get that, I have a creative mind. I will do something to be by myself. And I don't care how it hurts you as long as I'm by myself. As long as the ending result is me being left alone. You know what I mean? That is the issue when you try to be somewhere. That's the issue that you run into when you try to force yourself on somebody and they don't want you there. You know what I mean? Just got done watching the movie with J-Lo. Even though it's it's just a made-up fictional movie. What did she do to be alone? Because that's very true. Some people will murder you to be alone. They want to be left alone. Quit harassing these women. You know what I mean? And he was like, my theory is he probably showed up at that woman's birthday bash and sparked up an argument with the new boyfriend. You know what I mean? The man who was taking his place, and y'all know how some of those exes are. They see that new guy and they're offended because basically the new guy is the upgrade, right? So they see that new guy and they see you out. She was probably, tipsy, having fun, smiling, dancing to good music and all. And he probably seen all that. She was very pretty. Maya was a very pretty young woman. So you got this beautiful woman out living her life. She with the two people that really mean something to her. She's got her friend and her new man there. And this idiot show up, mad as hell. And, you can't be a man and rule your feelings and you allow your emotions to rule you. You know what I mean? That's what I think went down. Police say that one of the gunmen, they did not specify who, but I'm assuming that it was the ex, ran off in a white BMW. Police have found the white BMW in New Jersey. They have not made any arrests at this time. Usually in this case, when they have not made an arrest and they're looking for the person or they don't know who did it, they usually will leave like a tip line or contact information for the detective over the case. In the article I read, I did not find that. But once I do, I will add it to the description box below. And if anybody knows anything, I don't care how big or small it is, call or contact that detective anonymously and let them know what you know so that not only they catch this guy, but whatever charges they put on him sticks. I also send my condolences out to Mai's family. Mai leaves behind a 7-year-old son, y'all. 7 years old. 7. You know what I mean? He will never know his mother. He will never hear his mother's voice again. I don't know about y'all, but I know and I'm a fully grown woman, I still know my mother's scent. I know my mother's scent. And even, like my mom gave me a scarf of hers, cause she knows I like scarves. She gave me a scarf of hers before I left my home state. And sometimes when I get stressed out and my mom is not available to speak to me, I will like go around that scarf and I'll just sniff it. And everything, like when I'm like going through a major homesickness, because I've been struggling with a lot of homesickness since I moved out of state and all. But whatever I smell my mom scent, it's almost like all of her words of encouragement and wisdom and everything come back to me, and I immediately calm the hell down. You know what I mean? And so for this child to grow up and me just imagining what he's going to have to go through, always asking his relatives about his mother, it's never going to be the same again. It is never going to be the same. and I feel for that baby. My heart goes out to the family. I hope they find whoever the guy is, because they did not release his name, and they throw the book at his ass, throw the book at him and his hurt ass feelings, because there was no reason for that. Somebody dead because your stupid ass done tripped. You done went out here and tripped because, and it was, I bet money, y'all, it was probably over some dumb shit. I bet money it was. That young woman probably didn't want his ass anymore, and he went out there and tripped when he saw the upgrade, aka the new boyfriend. Anyways, y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment as well. My heart and everything goes out to my Johnson's family up there in New York. Yeah, y'all be safe. Be alert. Be aware. Please. All right. Take care.